how to select optional subject or which optional subject we should select. So I would like to categorize the choice of optional into 3, and the categorization could be: 1, our background subject. This background subject we will categorize into 2: a subject which is directly in the background, and one which is not directly but indirectly. For example, 3 engineering subjects: electrical engineering, civil engineering and mechanical engineering. These 3 subjects are offered by UPSC for subject. So any student from these branches can choose, right? Then background which is not directly connected with your graduation or post graduation, but which is indirectly related. For example, a science student can think of maths, physics, chemistry, botany, geology, all are science subjects. Similarly, there are non-science subjects: medical science, law, commerce and accountancy. So this is one which is background related subject. Another classification is in UPSC, which is very popular, is subjects from humanities background, and they can be history. This year All India rank 1, that girl is having history optional. So history, geography, public administration, political science and international relations, sociology, anthropology, psychology, philosophy, these are 7 or 8 humanities subject from the list of subjects offered by UPSC. Invariably, every student, if we talk about those who are writing mains examination, almost 70% student are from out of these 7 or 8 subjects, whether they have background or not, but they choose one of them, right? You have done engineering, but you won't go with the science subjects, but you may choose any out of this. Most popular being subject like political science, subject like geography, and so on. Even nowadays, anthro, right? Third categorization of choice in optional is the literature subject. So various literature subjects are offered by UPSC. Hindi literature, English literature. Besides, there are regional languages. For example, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam. International languages also there, Nepali, right? So many regional languages: Bengali, Urdu, Sindhi. So many subjects are there. Sanskrit. So we find some student who are engineer and they are taking Sanskrit in their IS examination. There are examples. You are engineer, maybe till class 10 you have done Sanskrit if you are from North India, and last 7 years you are not connected with Sanskrit, but now somehow it came to your mind or your dream that I think Sanskrit can make me IS, and you have chosen that, and you search for a coaching, took guidance from the coaching, material from the coaching, and then prepared. Anyway, this we are doing a cross discussion to make our mind clear, right? So any of the literature subject that we have named, English, Hindi and so on, regional languages, right? Out of all more than 50 subjects in the list, these 3 categorization works. Now what are the consideration in mind that a student have in going with a subject? Should I go with the background subject? Should I go with the literature or humanity subject? What are the considerations that work? That we should understand. So, as a student, you might have learned through some YouTube video, toppers video, maybe with your seniors and friends, maybe some of the IAS officer who have cleared, you have interacted. So, what are the considerations that work? Can you tell me? Score. So, subject is scoring or not? What else? Just from your side. Overlapping with GS, covers portions of GS if any of the subject offer commonality. What else?
Strong field, which field is strong, so engineering background, including maths and computing.
So your own aptitude and ability. What else? Very first thing in the mind of any candidate which is there as a consideration, that forget anything else, I would choose a subject which can make me IS or IPS. What is the very first foremost thing in mind? Ki I can choose one subject by applying all wisdom, my own wisdom as well as wisdom acquired from people, that it can make me IS or IPS. Because that's the whole purpose. A subject choice is not to pursue for your PhD or research. What is the whole purpose? To become IS. And to become IS, what is required? Score. Right? So, students have in mind which subject is trending. Trend. Right? Which subject is chosen by toppers and now they are in the top ranks. So which subject is trending? And of course it is scoreability is good, and that can give you a good rank and hence the service. Right? Now let us consider all the considerations which are there in mind in comparison to the three classifications that we have done. Now, one who has become IS already, you don't have to imitate that person. You can take his viewpoint. That can help you out in deciding, in determining your choice. But you cannot imitate that person. Copy paste is not at all a way of working, because you are going to be another person who will write the exam, and your aptitude may differ with all other person. There can be similarity, but of course it is bound to differ. Right? Now, so how we can decide? In fact, I would like to offer my whole experience of last 22 years of UPSC examination. First, we should see background. If you are from any of these technical subjects, your branch is this, you should see, can I go with this? Now, some can tell you that subject is very vast. Suppose you are taking civil engineering, mechanical, subject is very vast. Secondly, it has no relationship with GS. Right? So, such kind of things you can take in mind, that can I fit in any of these subjects, which is one of my background subject, my aptitude, relationship with GS, scoreability and all. Right? So, if you can decide that yes, I can go with this, that should be your first choice. But decide very clearly, see the entire syllabus, previous papers of last 2-3 years, right? Some good answers written by a topper, may not be topper, right? See some good answers, and if your decision can go in favor of the technical subject, you should go for that subject, right? But somehow you decide that because of some reasons, syllabus is vast, no relationship with GS, extreme hard work will be required, which is not a way of working for UPSC examination. Smart hard work is the way of working here, right? So, if you decide that no, subject which is there in graduation but I won't pursue, then you should choose that if I am from science, Shall I go with maths, physics, chemistry? Because these are subjects since last, in fact, these are subjects since beginning, since you entered school, but at least last 5 years, 7 years, since you have completed 10th class, these are directly your subjects. You are in touch with them and you are doing competitive preparation for these things. Engineering, medical, whatever you have done good work in these subjects. Now you should, again same consideration you should apply and you should measure that whether scorability, when you see maths, yes, of course it is good scoring subject, there is no dispute, nobody can dispute this, that maths is not a scoring subject. Maths is of course a scoring subject since maths as a subject has emerged. Because if you can solve the pattern it is required, it will give you marks. Secondly, aptitude. There is no question of aptitude. Otherwise you would not have cleared what institution you are in. If you would not have aptitude in maths, certainly you would not have been here. So yes, your aptitude is there, right? Now another thing you can compare, is it giving me some age in GS, like subject like geography, political science, anthro, socio will give, so you may be little depressed in this ground, because you will see that maths can help me in CSAT, which is of course very important to prepare, but it is not going to help me out in GS much, or at all you can say, it is not going to at all help me in GS, right? So this kind of thing you will apply with this subject. There is no need to apply anything if you want to decide for humanity, I can tell you. Because you are an engineering student, he is a medical student, I am a law student, that person is a commerce student, that person is a fine art student. Humanity though can be taken by any one of us. Not much consideration is required for this. Second thing, humanity is of course directly related with general studies. At least paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4 of men's examination, somewhere it is connected. Right? Humanities. Then some may decide that I would innovate more. I won't go with background subject, I won't go with humanity subject. I would search for literature because that is going to give me peace in life. So you may see, it is a consideration. So you may choose Sanskrit literature. You may, last I think 5 years back there was a topper from Kannada literature. I think ma'am was there, I am forgetting her name. She topped the exam with Kannada literature, right? All India rank 1. And you know, almost everyone from Karnataka, that candidate used to take Kannada literature. And there many coachings opened for Kannada. It's not that earlier there was no coaching. It's a famous subject in UPSC. If you go Karnataka, you will see so many coachings are there. So I have been in Bangalore in 2019 for some classes. So there was one academy. I have seen 180 students were there in that academy for this Kannada literature. So many students, right? So that becomes like trending. Subject is trending now. You are not much concerned with your own aptitude, but you see what is going on in the market, right? So that also happens. So some student may think that no background is, I will consider no humanities, again I will consider what I will consider literature subject, right? So ultimately everything is dependent upon you. You have no logic, you have no capacity to ask question from UPSC in GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4. You never ask a question. But you certainly ask a question when it comes to subject. Because here more than 50 subjects are available. And you are there to choose single subject. Right? Now, 3 classification, I hope I have clarified. What consideration are involved, I hope I have clarified. Right? Now, humanities subject, out of this discussion, you can easily zero down that I think humanities shall be the best choice. Why? Because it is giving you age in GS papers. Your background subjects, most of the background subjects are not giving an age in GS. Then it's seemingly it is apparent that should we go, and in fact we should go with humanities subject, because if you prepare subject, GS is prepared. If you prepare GS, subject is prepared. So of course it is a good choice. Now one negative aspect is there in this, and that negative aspect is what we call a concept of scaling or normalization of mask. concept of scaling or normalization of mask. What is this concept? What is normalization of mask? Nearly 15,000 student writes mains examination every year. Nearly. It can be 15 to 18,000, it can be 13,000. So on an average, we take in mind 15,000 students are there writing mains examination. You know, out of 15,000, nearly 12,000 are from these 6 or 7 subjects. 3,000 geography, 3 to 4,000 PSIR, 2,000 socio, 1,000, 1,500 this subject, nearly 800 psychology, nearly 800 in this way. What happens? Seats are only 500 or 600 and students from each of these subjects are something like 3,000 or 4,000. UPSC will not be allowing this a phenomena that many selections lopsidedly taking place from one subject, because that is going to create so many, a kind of discussion in the field of UPSC that this year out of 600 seats 300 are from geography subject. So UPSC won't like to become a party of disputes. So what it does, that it want to give representation in the final selection from all the subjects. But again, it is not possible that you should get proportionate presentation. That is not going. It will become mechanical approach. If a subject is good, if a student is good in geography and a student is bad in Hindi literature, why you should allow selection from Hindi literature? But again, you see, social consideration, administrative convenience, then the mindset of the aspirants, people around Hindi belt, non-Hindi belt, South India, North, so many considerations works in the selection. You have to give representation to the entire country in the final selection. You can't give so many selections from one particular state and other states are neglected. Many considerations are in mind of UPSC, right? For that purpose, humanities subjects where students are in thousands, UPSC what it does, it averages the marks secured by all candidates. Suppose students are coming in the list more from any of these subjects, some percentage of marks will be deducted of all the subjects from any of these subjects. Now you as a candidate might be unfortunate one who is penalized not because of your fault. You written good answers, but your 5% marks is deducted because of normalization scheme. But this thing will never happen in technical subject because the takers are not thousands. So there will be no requirement to do normalization of marks. Almost proportional representation will come automatically. Are you getting the point? Yeah. So this is one big hurdle, obstacle in mind, which a student always consider. Now, you as an engineering background candidate, science background candidate can go with history. Will not be a problem for you. But do you think that a BA graduate can go for maths? उसके लिए possible ही नहीं है. That is why after class 10 he has chosen arts, because he was not feeling comfortable with maths, maybe, right? So it is obvious, it should be an obvious decision that if I am good in one thing, if I have aptitude in one thing, why I should become part of a crowd like people? Distinguish yourself before UPSC, that see, I have aptitude in this subject, I have aptitude in this subject, I have aptitude in medical science, and I am here with that subject. It shows your honesty and integrity, that you have studied the subject for 5 years and now you are with the same subject. You are engineer and you are with the math subject. You are engineer and you are there with the civil engineering subject. It shows your integrity. It does not show that you are an opportunist person. Just to become an IS, you have chosen any of the subject which can make you IS somehow, which can give you a job in government. So this is very important to consider, right? So I think this much discussion is important. Now if you have any question you can ask, otherwise I